All right, first question we got. We'll just go them in order. This is 4.2, question number 8. Okay, it says identify any horizontal or vertical asymptotes in the graph. State the domain of F. All right, this is a somewhat easy problem because you don't have to do much. All you have to do is just look. The vertical asymptotes are at -4 and what? +4. So you take your handy dandy marker and you say vertical asymptotes are at -4 and +4. Therefore, the function does not what? Does not exist at -4 and +4. Therefore, you can't use 4 and what? -4. What is our horizontal asymptote? -2. Which means -2 is not possible for a or an output. So, this is having to do with your range, and this is having to do with your what? Domain. So, what is your domain? All numbers except for x cannot equal positive or -4. What's your range? All reals except y cannot equal -2. So there's your range, and there's your domain. Now, do you have to write it like this, or can you put it in terms of infinity? Put it in terms of whatever you want to. I don't care.
Okay, the second question on this is the one I'm confused.
Okay. So, choose the correct asymptotes.
A.
Well, that'd be A. What is the domain? Well, what is the domain? All reals except for -4 and +4. So you could say -infinity to -4. Does it include -4? No. So you put a parenthesis at -4. And then union from -4 to what? +4, non-inclusive. And then from 4 to what? Infinity. So it'd probably be right here.
That's what that -4 and 4 means. It's not included, but it's like it takes up that.
It goes in the middle, right here. So that would be that one. And we got that one right. And it don't ask for the range. What would this one be? Well, the domain would be -infinity to -2, then -2 to 2, then 2 to what? Infinity, and that would be inclusive. I meant exclusive, not inclusive. So it would all be parentheses. And then your horizontal asymptote is at -3, so the range would be from 0 to -3. Oops, and then from negative infinity to 3, and then from 0 to positive infinity. I messed that range up a while ago. I didn't see that gap right there. So on the previous problem, it would have been 0 to -2. Negative infinity to -2 for your range, and then from 0 to infinity, or whatever it was. I can't go back. So.
And then the no horizontal asymptotes, that would be like if there wasn't graphs on the bottom of it, right?
What?
Like the no horizontal asymptotes, that would be if there wasn't.
There wouldn't be any In other words, it wouldn't be converging, it would be together. This whole thing would be together. It wouldn't be separate. Did I not? Y is equal, oh, I had it the wrong way. Y is equal to negative 3, it's that way. Sorry. And right there is your answer. Okay, we good on that one? Next one.
Did I send you number 9?
You probably did, because I think we're doing your homework. We'll have to look. 4.2, number 2. That last one was a good test question because it didn't take very long for you to do it. Match the rational function with the appropriate description.
Yeah, I got it right, I just didn't know.
Now, you need to do something before you answer this question.
Okay.
Factor, why? What tells you to factor it?
Because a squared and 16 are perfect squares.
That is the difference of two squares, is perfect squares, shortcut, however you want to say it, one of those three things. Basically, your answer is x plus 4. That's your answer. But there is a hole at x is equal to 4. Why?
Because 4 minus 4 is 0.
And 0 cannot be in the what? The bottom, or the denominator. So that's why there is a hole. Why isn't it a vertical asymptote? It's not a vertical asymptote because you can factor this and get rid of the x minus 4. So it's just a hole. If you can get rid of the x minus 4, it will not show up as a vertical asymptote. It will show up as a hole. Okay? Next one. Number 19, 4.1. Watch the video and then solve the problem given below. Complete the table. What?
Is that 4.1?
Yeah. Do you need to do it?
No, I was trying to go along with you. I was still at 4.2.
Well, 1 over 2x, plug in negative 1, that'd be negative 1/2. So that'd be negative 0.5. I'm just putting 0.5. If they don't want that, I'm sorry. 0.1, what's 10% of 2? 0.2? And 1 over 0.2, somebody give me that, is 5, isn't it? Huh? Y'all help me out if I mess up. 1 over 2, that's 0.5. And then 10, 1 over 20 is equal to, let me think, 1 over 20, if you divide both by 10, that'd be 0.05. Somebody help me out.
Yeah. Where are you getting like 10%, 1%?
Well, what's 0.1? 10%. I'm doing it in my head. What a concept.
No, what I'm saying, like,
I know why. And it's not your fault. No, it's Bush's fault after I blamed the district.
oh, because we're a calculator friend.
No, you're a calculator drill team. It used to be calculator friendly, but now it's calculator drill team. Take them covers off and just like the Marine Corps drill team. What was your question?
It's not right.
What do you mean it's not right?
I just like to do it. It's not right.
Well, then y'all need to check it. Where am I wrong? Take, what's 1 over 2 times negative 1? That's 1 over negative 2, which is negative 1/2. Somebody take 2 times 0.1. What is 2 times 0.1?
0.2.
Okay, and 1 divided by 0.2 is?
5.
Okay, 1 times 2 is 1/2. That's, and then take, plug in 10 for, what do you get? 1 over 20. What's 1 over 20?
0.
What?
0.
Is it 0.05? Well, I don't know why you're saying it's wrong.
Well, I just have to, look, here, I'm send you a different one.
I don't
It
know.
said the correct answers were negative 1/2, 5, 1/2, and 1/20.
Okay, we're going on. I'm not going to even acknowledge that question. What is the domain of f of x is equal to 1 over 2x?
If you're not gonna acknowledge it, can you just put it right then? Right?
I had it right.
Put it in what you typed in.
What's 1/2?
25.
What's 5? What's 1 over 2? 0.5. What's 1 over 20? 0.05.
Well, I didn't know we were supposed to put in fraction form.
Well, now you know.
You always say use fractions.
I just told y'all when I was punching them in that I wasn't going to use fractions. Y'all just don't listen. All right, what is the domain of 1 over 2x? Well, that's a trick question because the domain of 1 over 2x is all real numbers. But in this problem, what is the universe consist of? -1, 0, 0.1, 1, and 10. So that's your domain. That's what I would put, but I'm not sure if that's what they're wanting or not, but
Go ahead, type in so I can type it right.
it looks like to me they want -1, comma, 0.1, comma, 1, comma, 10, and then that's what I would put. Unless they want -1 to 10. Okay, they wanted the whole thing. Well, the way that the context of the question is, they're just wanting these right here. So that's why I said it was a trick question. I said all real numbers to begin with. But they say 0. Oh, you can't put 0. I'm sorry, because 0, I forgot. 0 times 2 is 0. So it'd be negative infinity to 0, and then 0 to positive infinity.
Let's
So
put it in zero.
right here.
No,
Negative
I-
infinity to 0, and then 0 to positive infinity. They're not using 0. You can't. If you use 0, you get 0 in the denominator. What is the range?
Would it be the same?
What is the range? Be 0? Yes, you're right. It would be the same. Y is equal to negative infinity to 0, and then 0 to positive infinity. I'm going to put 3. 3 is not correct, y'all. I want to make sure y'all know that. Yeah, just come on in whenever you want to. That's fine. After breakfast, that's fine. What is the vertical asymptote of 1 over 2x? 0. And what is the horizontal asymptote? I'm asking y'all. 0. Why? Because when the degree of the numerator is less than the degree of the denominator, you take the coefficients, which is, or 0, I'm sorry, you take it 0. If they're the same, you take the coefficients. And you got to know that page. What's that page? 279? If you don't know that page, you don't have a clue. And watch the video. That's my mistake. See, that could be taken if you did this test and you put -1, 0.1, 1, and 10. I would accept that answer because they do not specify whether they want it. I mean, they're giving you 4 numbers and then they're asking you the domain. I mean, to me, they should say, what is the domain of the function from negative infinity to positive infinity? That's what they should have said because they're giving you this and you're thinking, okay, well, these are the only 4 numbers that we're given, so we need to put -1 to 10 or -1, comma, 0.1, 1, and 10. And then, that's a misleading question the way it's, what do you call it, context? The context it's in. I think they ought to put, what I think they ought to have done is they should have put the domain question up here and then say, okay, plug in these numbers and see what you get. That would be but the way it's written, you would think it's just these four. I'll shut up. All right, next one. 4.1, number 10. Okay, what they're asking you here is to take the parent graph of 1 over x and move it up. How many? And why? Because this right here is not attached to the x. So that is a vertical what? Shift. So you're going to draw 1 over x and you're going to draw it up. So the way that I would do it, if I was you, if I was just doing it, to the side, like you're taking the test, and you're taking the test, and the test has that question on it. You go over to your notebook paper, you go, okay, here's my graph. And let's see, f of x is equal to 1 over x. Well, f of x is equal to 1 over x looks like this. That's the way that looks. But that's not what we're doing, because we want to graph f of x is equal to 1 over x plus 6. And you think to yourself, okay, there's nothing attached to this x. So that means that this is a vertical shift of 6 up. So you take your red marker and you go 6 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there is your new what? Origin. That's right, class. And now you draw the graph here. Now there is your graph. The red graph is the graph. So, what is our domain for the red graph? Negative infinity to what? 0, and 0 to what? Positive infinity. So
would it be to 0 though, or would it be to 6? Like since 6.
domain has to do with what axes? I've been saying this since the first day of class. So what axis? Okay? So what values can we put in to this function? Can't put in 0 because 0 gives you a what? Vertical asymptote, meaning that's undefined. You plug in 0 right here, you're not even going to get to add the 6 because the function blows up. So it's going to be negative infinity to 0, non-inclusive, and put the little u there because they like to put it. Not a big deal. 0 to infinity. That is your domain. What's your range? It's going to be just about the same. No, it's not. It's going to be, we're going to y-axis. So this function is down here. So yeah, that's okay, that's okay, that's okay, that's okay, that's okay, that's okay, that's okay. Boom!
So that's when you do 6.
Yeah, because it's on the y-axis.
Just saying.
You're not listening.
I'm clarifying.
You're supposed to know that from the first week of class.
Clear.
Whatever. All right, so negative infinity to 6. And then 6 to infinity. And that's your domain and range. It's a good test question. A lot of this, you're going to have half observation, half algebra. There's not going to be this test is not going to be very difficult unless y'all make it difficult. Hint, hint. Okay, so I don't have to fill in anything. Yeah, there it is. This one's not it. Why isn't this one? Because that's got a horizontal shift to the right. This has got a vertical shift down. This has got a horizontal shift. You know these two right here are in no way the answers. Why? Why is it B and D the answer? They're horizontal shifts. You don't have a horizontal shift. And that's what they're trying to get y'all to see. Actually, they're trying to get you to fail. So you can just skip over that problem. All right, 4.1, number 9. Same thing. This is 8 over x. Now, let me ask you a question. First thing you do when you see this problem on the test is rewrite it.
What,
Y, or f of x, is equal to 8 over x. And they want to compare it to the parent graph of what? Parent graph is 1 over what? X. First thing you do is you rewrite this. F of x is equal to 8 times 1 over 8. 1 over x. Now what have I told y'all since the third week of class that an 8 is going to do to this function? What's an 8 going to do to any function in front of it? It's not a vertical shift and it's not a horizontal shift. What? The opposite of y. Narrow. Actually, narrow is the opposite of y. Narrow. It's going to compress it along the what axis? The x-axis. It's going to compress it like a vice. So whatever you have, the parent graph is going to be squished. So draw the parent graph. Just draw it out. You draw this over here. The parent graph looks like this. Oops, wrong side. That's volcano. No. Okay, there's that. And there's that. Now, if I take a vice and I squish this thing in this way, what's it going to look like? Well, it's going to look like that. In other words, if I squish this, and this is stationary, and this is stationary, what's going to happen? Well, think of a saw blade. And the saw blade, I've got to draw it so you don't know what a saw blade looks like.
yeah, it's not good.
Remember the saw blade that looked like that?
Oh, are you
You
talking
know.
old timey where?
Yeah, handsaw.
Yeah.
All right, if you take a handsaw and put it like this, and then you push both ends, what's it going to do? It's going to go in this corner right here.
What's that blade called that you had one together and they cut with all timey?
Handsaw.
That's what you do.
It's the same concept. It's called a handsaw. I don't know, double handsaw. I don't know. Double person saw. You think I was born then?
No, because you're like would be so you know.
No, I just want y'all to know things that your parents should have taught you. That's something great. It's great there. So it's going to look something like this. And negative infinity to 0, 0 to positive infinity both ways. So let's look and see which one it isn't. Y'all noticed a pattern with these type questions? Find out which one it isn't. Two of these things just don't belong here. Dang old Sesame Street. All right. So, which one is it not? It's not B, and it's not what? Why? Because that's not the parent graph. The parent graph is first and what? Third quadrant. This is second and fourth quadrant. And you know that because you know your parent graphs. So which one is it? Let's see. Now this one's just a little bit more. Or you have to look at your... Evidently this one's like 16 or something. I don't know what that one is. But I don't know why it's this one. I mean, look like to me, I would pick that one. You have to graph the two. Graph 1 over x in your calculator and then graph 8 over x. Seems like to me it'd push it. So what's 1 over x look like? Let me look. Let me.
Close up to the.
Okay, I want to look at it because this one must be 16 over x because it's not 1 over x. Hold on, I want to see it myself. I want to put it on the two-checker. Thank you, though.
There was on.
All right. Okay, we'll do y is equal to. I'll do the parent graph in dark. There's the parent graph, and that's 1 over x. And then the like graph will do 8 over x. There's the parent graph. Okay, it stretched it.
Does that, the answer's straight.
Zoom out.
No, I'm thinking. Seems like to me. Okay, wait a minute. I think I understand now. If you, here's your graph. Let's go with a parabola. Here's your regular parabola. All right. What happens when you put a 2 in front of x squared? It gets what? Narrower. So you pull it up this way, and it gets what? It gets thinner. Right? With that's y is equal to x squared. That's that one. And then y is equal to 4x squared is that one, because it gets, it's still compressed. And if you take, I'm still trying to figure this out, because it seems like to me it would be skinny. One over x looks like that. No, sorry, it's the wrong side again. Now, if you pull it, okay, yeah, that's right. If you pull it this way, what will it do? It's going to be wider. I had it wrong, I'm sorry. It's going to come away from this, like that, because you're pulling it this way. So it's going to come away from the origin. I had it backwards. And that's why the calculator is so important on this test. You got to have a calculator to check your work, because just like then, I messed up. I don't do it very often, but I do it just to make sure y'all awake. God, y'all are dead this morning. Y'all know that?
No, you gotta keep going over that.
All right, that's 3.2. We already done that. All right, what?
On that question that we were going over.
What question?
They're all at the bottom. There's no question at the bottom.
Well, these are 3.2.
No, I'm talking about the 4.1,
Go up
number
to, go up
9.
about 4, go down, go down, go up.
Okay, y'all are freaking me out. We'll go, what?
Go to the fourth one on yesterday. Okay.
That one,
That's what
yeah,
you're
there's
talking
still questions on it. Go back. And then I
Where's she
still have
going?
a question to ask. On the domain, it said the domain was wrong.
Yeah, because it's wrong. That's wrong.
Wouldn't it?
Negative infinity to 0, 0 to positive infinity.
And then, up at the top,
Yeah,
where the stretch, vertical.
like this.
Yeah. So when an 8's in front, you automatically know it's going to stretch.
It's going to go this way.
So if it's 4.
If it's 1/4, it'd be pushing down this way. So that would make it go to the corner.
So if it's a fraction,
Fraction between 0 and 1. 3 halves, be this way, because that's 1 1/2. Anything above 1 is this way.
it stretches.
I think I just popped my shoulder.
And then,
Workman's comp.
if it was a negative number, would it not?
It would be
Stretch
what?
vertically
It would be
come from
A and B.
No. That's why the stretch vertically and the number. you-
The negative don't matter. The negative just tells you that it's flipped.
And then, So if there's number in front of the fraction, it would never be horizontally. Like,
You could say it's compressed horizontally, yes, you could, but they want you to just vertically, just go vertically. Just act like you're either pulling it apart like this or pushing it together like this.
I did my homework last night.
Well,
but-
speaking of which, I still want to pull up the homework, show everybody how well everybody's doing.
And then the range on the question, the range was, it should be the same, right?
It's the, whatever it goes to, yeah.
So negative infinity to zero.
Yep, unless there's a vertical shift. Okay, what the heck? Did any of y'all see this? I mean, am I doing something wrong?
It does that to me every once in a while.
Well, it ain't doing it to me every once in a while. It's doing it to me all morning.
You know what's crazy?
Oh no, I bet you're gonna tell me.
When I use the link from Blackboard to that, and I'm not on Firefox, it won't let me. But if I just go straight to the website, like on Chrome or something, it'll work.
How do you get to Blackboard? Right here. If Blackboard has anything to do with it, it's gonna be screwed up.
I'm still mad that this campus doesn't have the app for Blackboard. It would make my life
This
so
campus
much
is
easier.
so behind when it comes to computers and technology. We're lucky we got what we got. We still got people sending emails in the subject line. Okay, how do you get to it?
Go to the
Go to the
class,
map.
go to like map 110, 007 on side.
Right here?
Yeah. And then over there it says my lab course bridge.
Okay, let's see if that works.
Yeah, take it.
See, mine does that when I'm not on Firefox.
This is ridiculous.
Mine doesn't either.
What about it?
What's that? I got messages.
Probably, it might be great.
Good.
Where's the messages?
Click on the little clock there.
What's the clock mean?
They're like notifications.
Where? Right here?
Yeah.
That's,
Everything that's yellow is what you have to read.
what, are these from students or what?
No, they're from, they're just little
That's just when the
notifications.
class.
For what?
It just says.
This is so stupid.
It's available.
Well,
It's
not
so primitive.
stupid when you have online classes, like it really does work for that stuff. But I just wish we had the app because it would make my life so much easier.
Okay,
I
how do I
know, a lot of
get,
people
how do I get out of this? Where is my, it hadn't come up yet. Where is it?
Well, you went off of it. Can't you click on the clock? You
Oh
went
my
off of it.
God. Now I know why y'all are so stressed out, because this is stupid.
No. There you go. Still in it. It's still in it.
Why? I hadn't logged in yet.
Usually it doesn't do
It
that.
usually goes straight to it.
Because I haven't. Okay, do you know what's wrong?
But that's
Straight to the
easy.
history.
Under where? Where should I go? Clear my history, you mean through settings, control panel?
No.
Come here, help me out. I know how to clear history, but I don't know how to do it from here.
You'll be able to do it.
This one?
I think when I'm use Firefox.
There it is, history. Now, get out of it and go back in.
It didn't clear it.
I have to, I have to check everything.
That is history.
I did that.
No, but click the one above it.
Good golly molly. Well, how do I clear that?
Who's been on that? iTunes?
Did I clear it?
I don't know. Try it again. Like try loading the game again.
What? This? Y'all know I'm doing this to bash y'all. I'm gonna bash y'all. Y'all know that, don't you?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think, I still think the entry's still there though.
Quick show all history. I don't know. Never mind.
So conspiracy. Thank you for trying. I'm gonna try it one more time.
There's another
Where are you
one.
going? You look like going home. I'm gonna tell your daddy you're gonna fail.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you an F.
You couldn't fail me.
Yes, I could give you an F in a heartbeat.
If you didn't open all of my tests and all my homework, I could fail. That's really it.
I could fail you in a heartbeat.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah, I would. I can be that way. I done forgot my password.
You didn't have to get it 7 times.
Hey, at least you go to that something.
Bye-bye. She don't feel good. She's usually SpongeBob SquarePants, but she ain't SpongeBob SquarePants this morning. Okay. Oh, I bet, what's today, the 12th?
Yes.
I bet I know what it is. I bet I know what,
With
I think they're doing dang old maintenance. Hold on.
no black.
I didn't know so long.
I hate black names. Oh, black were making.
Let's see, where is it? Where is it? I saw it yesterday, but I didn't read it.
I hate black were making.
Where are you going? Oh, okay. Let's see, here it is. What does that say? It says, that's the 15th and 16th. They usually do it on weekends. What's the 15th and 16th? Is that today? That's today's 12th. Well, I guess they just don't know what they're doing. Okay, I guess, did you see any more questions? Well, why, I can't even load the test today. Oh, that means I'll load it somehow.
I have so much crap going on.
Well, you can't have too much in this class because we've already done your homework.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, we have.
We're only doing the questions that I got wrong.
I have honestly forgotten my password. I'm gonna try something. Hold on just a second and I'm gonna see if it's us or if it's them. Dang old browser. www.getadate. Ooh, that's the wrong one. www.tct.mylabsplus.com. Dang old Mars and Venus. Where did that come up? There's some website that came up and said Mars and Venus. All right, there's the login. I'm just checking to see if it's us or them. Dang old H. Dang old. And I'm still waiting. Up, it says invalid password. Try one more time and I'm gonna give it up after this.
The only way I fix mine is just like X out, log out of everything. Close your computer down, just put it back on.
Yeah, it won't even take. It won't even.
Something about the log out thing, I don't know.
It's not taking anything on this. How many numbers are in your T number?
Um,
Hmm? Okay, then I typed it in right. It keeps saying username and password not right. Oh, okay, I'm in on the phone. Let's see if it's. Okay, now we can bash you. Because evidently it's working. They must have turned the switch on. Maybe he's drunk. Maybe he's staggering. Well, I'll just go through the phone then. Let's see.
how are you gonna get to the phone?
I can look it up through the phone. I don't understand. Can y'all pull it up on y'all's phone?
Slightly wrong. Keep doing it.
I don't understand why you can get on the phone.
Keep doing it.
You know what? I bet you're right. I bet you that when you said the history, well, I started the computer when I came in. Don't make any sense. It's a conspiracy.
It's weird. My last was the weirdest one I've ever done.
And Course Compass don't work. Course Compass I never had a problem with.
That's the only problem I had was that my last was.
Okay, did you send any more?
Yep.
I figured. We'll do your homework for you.
I've already done homework. I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
Look at my homework.
4.1, number 11. I was going to pull the test up today.
No, I said don't do that one, do the next one. I sent you another
God.
one. Sent you a second one.
2711 or
That's- that should
13.
be- Yeah, and it says on there, it says business one, not the other. Yeah.
All right, explain how the graph, blah, 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 blah. Okay. This one, they don't give you the pictures of the graph, so you got to think. Is it a volcano? Yes. See, this is the volcano right here. All right, so this one, I'm going to make it black, I'm sorry. We'll make it black. Your parent graph looks like this.
You're doing it backwards. No, you didn't.
That's your parent graph. All right, so let me change this into black. Back in black. All right, so there's your parent graph. Your parent graph has an origin right here, correct? All right. Now let's look and see what this guy does. We've got a horizontal shift of what?
One.
We've got a horizontal shift of 1. I'm going to change that. I'm going to take the yellow highlighter and I'm going to highlight this. And I'm going to take the green highlighter and I'm going to highlight this.
So,
So we've got a.
The
Not
one-
let me finish. You're not letting me
I'm
finish.
just trying to figure it out.
So what does that positive 1 mean?
Is it the same as when we were graphing before, or it should be to the left?
No, we're going to change it to this problem.
Well, I didn't. Just,
Whatever. All right, so we're going to go left 1. I know you can take it. Left 1. And what? Down 1. So our new origin, and I'm exaggerating a little bit, I'm making them a little bit bigger so you can see it. There is our new origin. So I take my handy dandy black marker and I change my origin. Now I better, let me do this. I'm making the origin dash. Work with me. Instead of against me. Oops. Is that it? There we go. Sorry, just hold it in, and hold on. All right, so there's our parent graph origin. Our new origin is coming right here. Okay, now what I've just done is I've just gotten rid of this and this. So I don't need it anymore. I've already got my vertex moved. It's moved over one and down one. Now I got to figure out what this means. What does that mean? Instead of a volcano, you're going to have a... Is that how you spell funnel? Well, I don't know how you spell funnel.
Like a funnel cake?
I said, oh.
Yeah, since funnel is in the word funnel cake.
But yeah, that's how you do it.
What's the flow?
Oops. All right, let me ask y'all this. What's the funnel used for?
Put oil in an engine,
For what?
oil in an engine.
Oil? I think it's put OIL in it. That's what it should look like. You see how you're supposed to be able to see this? I hope you can see. Always start with your parent graph. You always start with your parent graph, period. And then you take that parent graph and you compare it to this guy. And then you say, okay, that one is connected to the X, so that'd be a horizontal shift of 1 to the left. And that means that's a vertical shift, and that negative means it's turned upside down.
Okay. Go back to the graphs, because C and A look exactly right.
What do you mean go back to the graph? Where?
You gotta answer those questions. And then-
Well, are they right? Want it to be to the left and down 1.
Yeah, no, it's to the left.
Yeah, you got it wrong.
X-axis.
You want me to do your homework for you?
No, because I already answered that wrong. Go ahead, final check. Wait,
To the left, X-axis, oh, you didn't have, okay, whatever. I don't know what they're asking. Okay,
and then
now, which one is it not?
it's not B or D.
Well, let's look. D has a vertex right in there, so that's not right. This one's not right because it has a vertex right in there. That's not right. Our vertex is in the what quadrant? Third, Hubert. That's right. All of the class. So which one is in the third quadrant?
Oh, how do you know? Oh,
Huh?
never mind.
A is your answer. It's not this one because this one's vertex is in the fourth quadrant. So first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. So which one is it in? Dang old table.
Okay. Now the domains. I keep getting all the domains.
Well, the domain is going to be negative infinity to what? Negative 1. Negative 1 to positive
Priority
infinity.
1 message coming in on secured channel.
Negative infinity to what? Negative 1. Negative 1 to positive infinity.
That's just not right.
Huh?
That's just not right. That was the range.
The range should be negative infinity. Ain't that negative 1? Negative 1, and then negative 1, positive infinity. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm looking at this as, I'm sorry. Negative infinity to negative 1. Boom, that's it.
Oh,
I was looking at both of them. Sorry. Phew. You see what happens when she sends me too many questions? She gets me confused. All right.
now we got one more.
One more. And then I'll see if I can get the test pulled up.
Please don't.
Well, I'm gonna put the test up today, no matter how many questions you
Put
ask.
it up Friday.
No! I got some people in here that are chomping at the bit to take the test. They're not here. I can say anything I want to about them, they're not here. All right, what is it? Did you send it?
It's number 11 and it's negative 15 over x squared.
This one?
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Draw your parent graph.
since it's negative 15 over x squared, wouldn't it be negative 15 outside?
You're going all the way to the end. You ain't doing what I told you. Y'all don't do that. I don't understand y'all. Draw your parent graph.
No, but then when it says use an example, it says bring out the number.
I don't look at anything they're talking about. I'm looking at what this function is doing to this function, or what this function is doing to this function. All right, now, do I have a horizontal shift or a vertical shift? No, Hubert. Because there's nothing attached to the x, and there's nothing out here to the side. And I can rewrite this, which I told y'all to do, is equal to negative 15, 1 over x squared. Now what does this thing do? What does 15 do? Does what? It stretches it. So if I pull this up, it's going to make it go wider, isn't it? Like that.
But then it'll also make it flip.
Now, that takes care of the 15. The negative makes it what? Flip. So your final answer should look like this. A funnel. And it should be apart, I mean, a long way away from the origin compared to the parent graph. It should be. So, and a range, a domain is negative infinity to positive infinity, or 0, and then 0 to positive infinity. Range is going to be negative infinity to 0.
Okay. Says to obtain the graph that stretches, and then it stretches vertically, the factor of negative 15 over the x-axis.
I have no idea what the answer here. Yes.
No, but I put that because it was wrong.
We're going to stretch it
Yeah.
along the y-axis vertically by a factor of, 15?
Thought it was
And
negative.
reflect it around the y-axis. Now, that's what I would do.
But when you flip it over the x-axis.
Now, what did I get wrong?
Exactly.
I thought it was asking about symmetric. See, it's symmetric around the y-axis.
How is it only 15 and not negative 15?
I am going to throw you out of this classroom.
No, but honestly.
What does negative and positive tell us?
If it's flipped.
Okay. 15 tells us what? If you stretch it. The negative just tells you which order is it going up or going down. That's all it tells you. I thought it was asking about symmetry. I'm sorry. Reflect it. In other words, what does the negative tell you to do? Flip it around the what? The x-axis. I thought it was asking about symmetry.
Make all the excuses you want to.
I know. Y'all can do the same thing on the test. All right, what's left? That's it.
Well, we didn't answer the graphs.
Oh. Okay, which one is it not? Well, ours is in the second hemisphere, so this one is not. These are not correct. And I would probably go with this one.
Why don't you go ahead?
Because this one is further away from the origin, like I said. Nope, let's see. I'll be very lenient on these two because I don't know. I'll be very lenient. I won't be lenient with this, but I'll be lenient with this because you can't tell which one's a parent graph and which one's, I don't think that's fair. I don't think these two are fair. That's just me.
They put the domain and range back there.
The domain is negative infinity, positive, I meant to 0, and then 0 to positive infinity. The range is negative infinity to 0. Okay? All right. Did I ever get back on there?
Yeah, on there with your,
Phone. I didn't get on with the. Let me go through Google Chrome and see if that works. There we go. Y'all are in business. We get to fix the test for y'all. But first I'm gonna bash y'all. Because yesterday I looked y'all up and y'all suck. Homework. And I didn't show homework grades because everybody should have 100. But you don't because y'all suck. So, look at there. Y'all suck. 4 point, just 2 sections. 2 sections. And you got like 6 people doing it.
Wait, go back to my name, onto my score. You're moving too fast.
I don't,
35.
where are you?
How the hell do I have a 35?
You hadn't finished it. You hadn't turned it in. You hadn't submitted it.
On 4.2, I'm almost done.
I'm very disappointed in y'all. I should have all of these filled up. They should be all filled up. Y'all suck.
I think something's wrong.
Yeah, it is. It's wrong. The world is wrong.
It is.
Have I already loaded y'all's tests? Let's see. This is unit. No, it's not unit 4. It's chapter 4. It's unit 2, chapter 4. Don't they have it together in the syllabus? So it'll be unit 2, chapter 4. I'll just make one. I'll just make it a new one. Let's just go to create assignment, create test. And I'll just let y'all see what I'm going to put on the test. How about that?
All right, bring it out.
That make you happy? Will you give us the answers? Unit 2, chapter 4. Is that good for y'all? I'll go ahead and add all the easy questions. I need to change my email and phone number. I need to do that. But I ain't gonna do it right now. Y'all just choose the, let's see, add. Don't be coming up here while I'm
No.
doing something.
Look,
You know I'm
this-
not gonna look at it because I'm doing something.
No.
Why does, let's see, next, I'm not gonna answer. I'm doing this.
You're fine. You got 30 minutes after class to do
Let's see, because, yes, I've already done that one. Yes, add, nope. Yes. Yes. Yes.
If you're adding the test today, does that mean that tonight the homework's gonna be done?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm sorry, I'm doing something right now. You know I can't do 2 things at one time, and you come up here and ask me a question why I'm doing this. I don't understand.
I don't
Okay, that's that. Now, ask your question now.
either. Okay, how come I keep getting the domain wrongs on them? Because it's that.
Okay, first of all, this is a horizontal shift to the right
Yeah, I
of
already
2,
got it
so
right. Got
it'd
it
be
right.
that one, so it'd be from 0 to infinity is range.
So you, or on the.
Domain is negative infinity to whatever that x is right there, and then from that
What's
x to...
that? But it says it's wrong. So
You
it
got
doesn't-
negative 2. It's positive 2. You're on the right side. That's a positive 2 shift. Okay, close. All right, we're in chapter 4.
Yep.
4.1. Pick the hardest questions for the students. Let's see, sketch, graph, the rational function. Ouch. Sorry, that's not right. Okay. I might just give y'all 5 questions. How about that?
Okay,
Yeah, right.
that'll work.
Use asymptotes to identify rational functions. Yep. Can't see. That's 13. Rewrite rational function using long division.
Please don't do the domain.
I'm not going to do those. 4.2. How many questions I got so far? 15.
No, that'll be good.
15, there's one, and these 4. Half the test is simple questions you can do in 5 seconds. Don't you fuss.
To you, maybe.
Graph rational functions. That's 19 and one more. I don't like that one. Ah, that's easy. That's too easy.
It is almost the end. No.
I think I'll give y'all a gimme. I'll give you that easy question at the end. Ah, I only got one question. And that's that. And that should be 20 questions. And today is the 12th, so I'll make it due on the 19th. And I'll give y'all 3 attempts. No. And I'll give y'all 10 minutes to take the test. All right, so let's look at it. I'm not going to do the problem, I'm just going to show it to you. Can you turn the light off back there for me, please, so they can see? All right, I'm not going to do the bonus questions for you. All right, match the rational function with the appropriate description. Which one is it?
There's a hole
Yep. Why is there a hole?
because it's squared and 16 perfect squares.
It can be factored, yes. Next question. Bonus. All right, find any horizontal and vertical asymptotes. So set the denominator equal to what?
The vertical asymptote should be.
Minus 5/4. So
no,
where
it
is
should be 4/5, right?
4x plus 5 is equal to 0. So x is equal to what? 5/4? What is 5/4? Is it positive or negative 5 force? Be a negative 5 force. So which one is on the left-hand side? C or D. But this is what? What is this? It's 1 over x. You could still have this one. I mean, which one do you think it is?
D.
I think it's D, because this is a straight line. All right? Next one. Is it time for class over? What? Okay, I'm sorry. All right. Well, we'll go over it if y'all want to. We'll go over it when? Monday. Go over the test, and then we'll start new material Monday. Okay? Let me call the roll, because I don't know I know who's here, but let me go ahead and get it.